Today's story sounds impossible. In fact, when people first heard it, they thought it was a mistake, a rumor, or just another wild internet headline. But what if I told you that Elon Musk, the man famous for rockets, electric cars, artificial intelligence, and being one of the richest people on Earth, might not actually be the richest person in his own family? Because according to new reports, calculations, and the way private wealth works behind the scenes, Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk, may secretly be even richer than him. And the reasons behind it will blow your mind up. To understand how this is possible, we need to go back to the Musk brothers' early life. Everyone knows Elon, the visionary billionaire, the odd genius, the face of huge companies. But Kimball Musk? He stayed in the background, appearing occasionally in documentaries or at SpaceX launches. But in reality, Kimball has been building an empire so quietly, most of the world never even noticed it happening. The truth begins with their childhood. Elon and Kimball grew up in South Africa, and even back then they were a team. Elon was the introverted computer genius. Kimball was the social one, the business-minded one. While Elon would build things, Kimball would sell them. They were opposites, but together they were unstoppable. When they moved to North America, the brothers launched their first company, Zip2. Elon handled the software. Kimball handled the business and operations. When they eventually sold it for hundreds of millions, everyone focused on Elon's next move. But Kimball, he took his share quietly and started diversifying his wealth in ways that most billionaires wish they could copy. And this is where the story really takes off. While Elon built companies that were extremely public, Tesla, SpaceX, XAI, Kimball built something completely different, something almost invisible, something private, something far more powerful than people realize. You see, Kimball Musk became one of the most influential investors in agriculture, sustainable food, real estate, energy, and land acquisitions in North America. But because his companies are private, not traded on the stock market, the public hasn't seen the real numbers behind his empire. While Elon Musk's wealth goes up and down dramatically depending on Tesla's stock price, Kimball's wealth stays hidden, stable, and, according to analysts, far bigger than anyone expected. Kimball owns massive amount of farmland across multiple U.S. states. Not regular farmland, but high-value agricultural land that has exploded in price over the past decade. Experts say Kimball got into the industry early, long before billionaires like Bill Gates started buying farmland. And he didn't just invest a little, he invested aggressively, buying land quietly through private holding groups. Today, some of that land is worth billions. But that's just the beginning. Kimball is also the co-founder of the Kitchen Restaurant Group, a company that expanded into multiple states and built a highly profitable farm-to-table business model. Many assumed it was just a trendy restaurant chain, but documents show it has become a massive multi-division organization with ownership in farms, distribution networks, and proprietary food technology. Then there is Square Roots, Kimball's advanced indoor farming company. While people were distracted by rockets and electric cars, Kimball was developing high-tech vertical farms capable of producing massive amounts of crops in tiny spaces. Industry insiders say Square Roots is valued far higher than the public estimates. And with food scarcity becoming a global concern, the company's potential is enormous. But the most interesting part? Kimball Musk is said to hold stakes in projects Elon is involved in that aren't publicly known. Everything from private SpaceX partnerships to energy storage ventures and land development around Tesla factories. Because these investments are private, no one can calculate their real worth. But insiders claim their staggering point. One financial analyst recently said, if you add everything up, Kimball's land, his restaurants, his private equity, his early investments, his hidden partnerships, he may actually be richer than Elon on paper. Elon's wealth is visible. Kimball's wealth is buried. Another insider commented, Elon's wealth is tied to the stock market. Kimball's wealth is tied to assets that never go down. And this is where the story takes an unexpected twist. Elon Musk himself once hinted that Kimball was a real businessman of the family. In an older interview, Elon said, I create products. Kimball creates systems that run themselves. At the time, nobody thought much of it. Today, it's starting to make sense. While Elon is constantly in the spotlight, getting praised one day and criticized the next, Kimball is building generational wealth quietly. He's not dealing with stock fluctuations, lawsuits, government investigations, media drama, or constant public pressure. He's simply acquiring assets. Land, food infrastructure, sustainable energy projects, private technology ventures, and positions in companies no one even knows he's part of. Here's the most shocking part. If all of Kimball's private holdings were publicly valued at once, experts say the number would shock the world. Some speculate it could be tens of billions. Others say it could be more. A few analysts even claim he could secretly be worth more than Elon during years when Tesla stock dips. And that brings us to the question everyone is now asking. How did Kimball manage to stay so rich, so hidden, and so successful without anyone noticing? The answer is simple. He didn't want fame. He watched Elon's life become a circus. Every tweet analyzed. Every relationship, headline news. Every comment turned into a global story. And Kimball decided he wanted no part of that. He wanted impact, not attention. Wealth, not fame. Power, not publicity. So while Elon chased a future through rockets and robots, Kimball shaped the food industry, the land industry, and the sustainability industry. 3 areas that will never stop making money. Some insiders even say the brothers have an agreement. Elon changes the world. Kimball owns the world. And together, they form one of the most powerful family empires on the planet. So is Kimball Musk really richer than Elon Musk? Officially, no, not publicly. On paper, Elon Musk appears to be the richest. But privately, behind the scenes, when you add everything Kimball owns, everything he controls, and everything he's invested in, the answer might shock everyone. Because the richest Musk might not be the Musk you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss new stories and billionaire secrets.